Hello cosplay world, here we have a Monday rant. This is going to be a little different because I kind of didn't have any really kind of interesting questions. That's not that I'm saying I wouldn't help you guys. I was tried to answer as best I could, and some of them were pretty simple. A lot of them were pretty simple, and I don't know. I tried to answer as best I can on via text. I wrote it out by hand, which is much harder than, well, okay, it's about as hard as making this video, but oh well. Tochi's here. He's contained. He wants at my box over here, and I'm trying to keep him away from that. This is reason why I have boxes is because I have a few costumes here. My mom's making me clean out my room in my old house. Obviously, I don't live there, so she kind of wants me to get rid of the junk that I amassed over the years. I think that cosplayers go through this phase where they kind of are. Well, cosplayers can go through this phase of collecting junk, and they just kind of hoard whatever they can because they're short on money and supplies and things like that. And I definitely hoarded everything I could because I just wanted to make the best of my cash flow at the time. Now I can kind of afford the good supplies. I should not say. The supplies I like, the ones I'm comfortable in, I think are good. And stop eating the plaster of Paris off things. He still loves plaster of Paris. I don't know, he just does. Other good news, the Maxis is acting up. I've done 20 billion things to try and fix it, re-editing, reshooting, refiling. It still comes out 2 hours long. I don't know what's going on. YouTube, the video that's now up to Canon number 3, conspicuously cannot be edited down to 15 minutes. That little tab that allows you to do it is gone. All the other ones I can see it, not that one. Oh well. But while I was fidgeting around, I found a little thing that says, hey, you're now allowed to have thumbnails, and I'm all about that. I saved all the thumbnails from my previous videos that you see at the beginning, and now my stuff doesn't look quite as janky. Most of them, I gotta put a few more up, and I gotta maybe make a few more for like the rants and things like that. But I'm working on it. Also, a few of them were missing, like the Golem one and the Batty Hammer one was actually broken and not right. So I guess I can remake those. Not too big of a deal. Okay. So what other news do I have? I kind of spazzed out last week. I finally did it. As you know, I work quite a bit in Wonderflex. Is there any scrap? Here's some scrap. Wonderflex is pretty awesome. You guys agree? It's pretty great. You can heat it up and stick it to things, and it makes decent like soft armor and shape. It's awesome like that. But the problem is, it's like this. Wait, here we go. This right here is like $70. This is the biggest roll. Yes. What is it from? Yeah, it's about $70. So I don't really like spending that much on cosplay supplies, and I mean, it's not hard to figure out how this is made. So I finally got around to making a bit of it. Here is my. This is not the same, I should say. Wonderflex is going to be for a while a much superior product than I made, but this is something I made to suit my purposes because I don't like some aspects of it and I prefer to make it better. But don't get this confused, it's made of different stuff. I have a thermal reactive plastic that's melted at higher temperatures, so it's more resistant to like being out in the sun, but it also makes it harder to use. This one you can use with hot water. This one you need at least a hair dryer to use. And it's made of, it's got like interfacing fabric. I mean, I could put any fabric in here, it doesn't really matter. But I wanted something to put eyelets in, something to put rivets in, put screws in maybe, and it would hold it a lot better. So that's a little different. It's not as good, but I mean, it's way cheaper, and hopefully I can make enough of this for my use. And I'm considering down the road maybe making it and selling it. So we'll see how that goes, but that's a ways. I'd love to see your guys' input on being able to get a similar kind of product, but much cheaper. Trust me, it's much cheaper, and could even get, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so let me show off some of my cosplays I made over the years. You are just in the way, cat. You are doing a great job. Okay, so you all saw my gun. This is probably gonna be a long video. It's me talking to you people. Yes. This is my first prop gun knives. If you don't know how I got my name, basically, after I made my Knots costume, it was the only one I could wear around at a convention, inside, in the hallways, for several years. So I kind of got the name because the only costume I had was knives, and the rest of them were great. I enjoyed them, but I could only wear them outside or at a masquerade. So not a lot of exposure. In fact, it wasn't until I got into videos and more of this kind of stuff that I needed photographs. So I didn't take photographs. I've never taken photographs of my own work. No. I've done it like once or twice. I've ever gotten photography and done of my own work. Which people yell at me to this day about, where, why don't you have pictures of this awesomeness? And I'm just like, I don't care. Whatever I made, that was the point. I enjoy making it. That's the fun part. But anyway, if you have pictures of me, that would be awesome. I guess I would like to have them. Just share. That'd be great. But let me show you some of the stuff I made. I don't think it's everything, because sometimes things get lost, and sometimes I have costumes that I try and say parts of it. But anyway, let's get into it. My first one was knives. Then I went into knives, and I made an angel arm. I don't have any of the angel arm because it got ran over by my friend's little brother, because we were storing it in his house. He was Vash, so he stored the big old 10-foot angel arms there. They got ran over, so I don't really have them. Oh well. That was fun. After that, I did a hollow Ichigo, which I'm searching for the arm now. There it is. It's underneath my lizard man head. I will do this in the next. Yeah, hollow Ichigo. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I dissuade people from making those really tall 2-foot long stilts, because the angle, if you're on stairs, it's really easy to hurt in them. Seriously, you need practice and you need to make them right. It's something I wouldn't recommend to someone who's new to this, is maybe practice and get into it. And at the point where you're actually good enough to use 2-foot long stilts, you don't need my assistance. You've figured it out. You've done 1-foot tall stilts. You've done 6 inches. You've done this and that. So, oh well. This is way back when I was doing chicken wire in it. This was the last one. I didn't do it after that because it just tore me up. It was a full body thing. This is like a hollow version of Ichigo from Bleach. Kind of not right. Oh well. He never really went into a hollow thing, as far as I know. I could be wrong. Post your comments if I'm wrong and show me a link or something. That'd be awesome. Oh well. Then this one is Lizard Man from Soul Calibur 3. Yes, Soul Calibur 3. I think it's one of the alt forms. I had it's one of the alt forms because I did this cooler. This is when I first started playing with the PVC plastic. You can see this is all thermoformed in that. I still like it. I think it's looking awesome. And then the inside, this is all floor vinyl actually for the leathery bits. Pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. That's what I keep it. I try to keep the heads typically now. This is when I really got into. Oops, sorry, camera. Really got into plastic. You used to get some acrylic here and here. There's some different colored PVC. It's called Centra or something in other countries. I'm not sure. I forget the exact name of it, but the brand name of it. But this is obviously too big, too small for my head. It's because it transformed. It transformed from the knight form to the dragon form. If you know anything about Flonate, it transformed, and this one did. It was awesome. Got best master. Still pretty cool head. Very dusty though. I don't know. I like Escaflowne. I like Kirby mechs. I don't really like the Gundam so much because they're all boxy. I don't know. Just my personal preference. Now I know I made other costumes in the betweens. I know I made a Bahamut from Final Fantasy. I Met Children, but I got destroyed because I did it in college. That was lost to time. I think we did a group cosplay for my first Humicon, which everyone kind of hated. It was like, oh, we're doing a group cosplay, but no one really liked the series or anything. So I think I have a pair of gloves from it. This is from Erica 7. This is the final transformation of Mirvash It has not held up very well over time. You see, this is this four-way stretch vinyl, and I had sprayed it with the spray adhesive like this, and over the years it just kind of came up, and it's really kind of crappy. Oh, well, I don't think it was really that great to start off with. Yeah. Oh well, that was fun though. Now I've got piles. I think I did a couple things where I missed like 1 or 2 years. That was when I was in college and I couldn't make anything. That's where I had it. I think I made a last minute. This was a last minute cosplay for ASIN. I think like 2010, maybe. I think. Or was it 9? I'm not sure exactly. It might have been 9. But in fact, I did make like a Gundam, but I put my knee through it. It was Kashakra from Gundam Wing. No, Gundam something. Oh wow, I don't know Gundam too well. But at the last minute I made this. It was pretty cool, cause people really like Simon. They like the Yogscast, and I really like the Yogscast. And I think they got a hold of one of the pictures somehow, and they enjoyed it, so that was cool. I don't know, maybe I'll send them like a button or something one day with a picture of it, because I have a few buttons of me in this costume. Oh well. Moving on. I think the next one would be the O'Reillys. Maybe. I'm not sure. O'Reillys. This is from Escaflowne as well. This is just the head. I have quite a few pictures of this actually because people started yelling at me about not taking pictures. And aside from this tip, it's held up pretty good. That's because, you know, this thing was huge and I was running into doorways left and right. Oh well. But I just recently gave this away because I kept this and I was really happy with this one. I don't know, you can see this later. I've gotten better. Rawr! Moving on. I don't want this video to be like half an hour long. It's probably be 20 minutes long. I don't want it to be half an hour long. Get you guys bored of this crazy stuff. Let me see. This one came later. Yeah, but you saw videos of this, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, you saw videos of this. Yeah, this one was thrown away. You guys should know that I can't really keep these cosplays. I mean, there's no space. There's no space for this. In fact, I'm not even sure where I'm gonna have to figure out some way to keep all of what I have now in a safe kind of display way. I don't know. I'd like to keep them. I would. I'd like to keep at least some bit of my costumes. Let me see. Here's one. This is the city. This is the city from Final Fantasy X. This was mounted to the top of Sin. Boom! This costume was huge. It was so huge. There's a picture I have of it next to a cab at the O'Hare Hyatt, and it just was about almost as big as the cab, and it was much bit longer. Oh well. Yeah. I don't know. I've gotten better at painting, I think. It's always good to see your progress. And here we have. I made a lot of Final Fantasy stuff. I think I have. Oh well, this was covered in dust too. This is a manga. You know what this one is, so I kept the head on this one. I don't know. See, some people are like, "Hey, you should give it away, or you should have it kept somewhere." But I kind of want these little mementos of them, and I don't think people would want the costume if it's not the complete costume. So I'd have to make like a replacement bit for them, and I don't know. I do try and salvage whatever I can for my costumes, but it gets harder as I get better because the better I get, the more kind of integrated everything is, and the better it's put together glued-wise. Oh well. So those are the costumes. Those are most of my costumes that I've made for myself over the years. I think, except for I think almost all of these have won an award, except for that Simon head. Yeah, got quite a few. You stop caring about it after a while. It's more fun to hang out with the people backstage, I think, because there's some really cool people and they just are crazy. And one thing I'll always say is that I'm definitely not the best. I mean, some of these costumes are so much cooler. They put so much work into it, and my stuff is like a week's worth of work sometimes. No, that's the phone I did work a lot on. But some of these are not that much work, and I mean, I shouldn't brag about that at all. That's something. Actually, you shouldn't brag at all. And then I turned into like one of those D-bags that I hated so much when I was competing, seriously. Because they get to be really, really arrogant about stuff. Oh man, some of them do. And I don't know, I've managed to surround myself with some really cool people. Oh well. So that's pretty much it. I showed you some of my stuff I've done in the past. Right now I need to start a arm. And I have to ship off a sword and some armor. I think I'm going to do the video of the armor coming up. So you'll have the video of the armor. I have a set of Diablo 2 armor I'm fixing up. What I did was I tried to do it in 2 weeks. It was like a 4-week job, and I tried to like load it in. The problem with that is that I was like on energy drinks and coffee, and the quality went. It looks great, but I mean, as far as the gluing and yeah, I gotta make sure that's good. If someone's having me make something, I want to make sure it's better than my own work. Yeah. Usually it is. It's usually better than stuff I make for myself because, I don't know, I make things for fun and I don't really make them as hardcore as I used to about like competing and things like that. Yeah. Oh well, I'm rambling now, guys. I'm rambling now. So I got my thumbnails. I'm happy. Thanks a lot, guys. I really love the support. Thanks for watching. I guess the best compliment I can get is a subscribe or a share, because I really would like cosplayers. I think it's much better to have like people who actually enjoy these videos and watch them and use them than to have a bunch of randoms. I mean, back when I made that head, the cardboard head from the Yogg test, I mean, I could have pimped that out, and I mean, I could have gotten views and this and that. But I mean, that's not the spirit of what I'm trying to do here. So I would have just got a bunch of random people who would have subscribed to me but not really watched me, and then I would have had a ton of like unsubscribes over the years. I mean, over time they were just left anyway. So I mean, what good is that? But I'm gonna let you go. I have work to do. I'm gonna start on the glove. If the guy's watching, yeah, I'm starting on the glove. I have to fix up the Diablo armor because man, I'm not doing that again. I'm not. Whew. That was a bad plan. I mean, work myself sick. Oh well. Thanks for watching, guys. Much love. All those good things. Thanks for watching. Good times to all. End it.